Om Shanti everyone, this is Paulina from Yoga with Paulina, and today I invite you for another short podcast. I'm gonna talk about words that can hurt. We all think that nothing can hurt you except it's something physical and painful, but let me tell you that there are some words that can hurt you really bad. So let's dive in. We always think that what hurts us, it's very physical. We are scared of pain, we are scared of unpleasant situations, but let's let's face the truth. Oh, sorry for my cat. But let's face the truth. Some words, especially words from people who we care the most, can really hurt you bad. Why? Because we have a direct connection with that person. Either it's friendship or love, or if it's in the family. If that word comes from this particular person, it hurts really bad. So if you are in a very close relationship, please be careful what you're talking about so your words don't hurt another person. Even if you say it in a funny way, even if it's a joke, it's still a word, and word contains an information. Yeah, I can just tell you from my own life and my own perspective that when you say something in a funny way that's supposed to be a joke that you both supposed to laugh after, if I am not in the mood for that joke, it will hurt me really bad, and it can be like a beginning of a big quarrel. So be careful even when you're joking, unless you feel like you really feel that that person is in the same state of mind or mindset as you are, and she really or he really wants to joke around, or they really want to joke around. But if you just let them like that, let me just joke about stuff that might be hard or might be challenging, might get to the point that it will hurt that person. So what really hurts? Judgment really hurts, and today I want to focus on the judgment city a lot, because we always think that you judge other people because you want them to grow, you want them to be better. When you judge, you think that if you compare that person to another person or to yourself, you're gonna give that person like a mindset and a little push for her or for him to grow. But on the other hand, yeah, for some people that might be the thing, but for a lot of people it doesn't, because when you judge, you are comparing. And most of the judgment comes when you compare to yourself, to your life, to your experiences, to what you've believe in, but also what you have already experienced in life. And you cannot judge other people because everyone's life is completely different. Even if you have a twin brother or sister, you know that even your life might go into two completely different ways, because our lives are not the same. Even your life is not the same from day to day. You are different from a person you were 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. From the beginning of your life, you had completely different state of mind, mindset. You had completely different experiences. You had completely different situations that happened that created who you really are. So even if you compare yourself to a person you were yesterday, it still might be completely different. We deal with so much bad things in life. Like today you might be a super happy person, tomorrow your closest friend or a family member might die, and that could change your life forever. So do not compare, because comparing is not that good. Especially don't compare your children. I realized that the moment I was compared with my other friends or with like children of my parents' friends, it always led me with this bitter aftertaste, like, oh, I am not good enough, I am not them. Of course I am not them, they're a completely different person. And actually, but when you talk with a person, if you know a person, you know just a bit of their life and you don't know what's going on. Sometimes you see a family and it seems like beautiful, complete family, always smiley, always happy together, but you don't know what tragedies they have inside when you go there behind a closed door, what is actually happening. So do not compare yourself to the others. Do not compare yourself even to your previous self from yesterday, from 1 year ago, from another part of time, because that might be also completely different. First of all, don't compare yourself to other people. Because, yeah, as I said previously, that we always think that other people are in a better state, are having a better life, are having, are more wealthy than they look, and so on and so forth. But actually, you never know what's happening. I have a friend who's an astrologist and she did some beautiful charts for a lot of people, and she said sometimes when you see a person who's like super rich and a celebrity, and you think, oh yeah, her or his life or their life is like so easy, they play in movies or they make music and have concerts and it seems so nice. But then you see, like in the chart, she saw tragedies, like huge tragedies that could change your life forever. So do not compare other people to yourself. Do not compare yourself to a person you were before, because that might be different. And most importantly, do not compare yourself to the others, because that might be like the hardest. I know it is the hardest part. We have our monkey mind that always tells us what to think, what to do, and most of the time we listen to the mind and not the opposite way around. But this mind might tell you false stories, might show you situations that didn't happen, might give you an impression that other people are always better, always in a better situation than you are. And it's not true. If you're not in the shoes of this particular person, you cannot compare how your life, if your life is better or not. So right now, stop comparing. And the moment you realize that you stop comparing, you will start judging others. Because what is comparing? Actually, yeah, it's judging yourself or others because what is judging? Judging is having an impression about someone or something, but it always comes from your experience and from your own perspective. And as I said, your own perspective, it's not someone else's perspective. Your life, it's not someone else's life. So if we stop it, if we cut this judgmental comparing mind, you will realize that you gain freedom. Because freedom is to receive stuff as they are, and not thinking that something is better or worse, that something is greater or lesser, if something is more beautiful or more ugly. It doesn't matter. Like, this all stuff doesn't matter. From my previous podcast, hopefully you know that the moment people are not perfect, actually they are perfect because they show their true self. And if you're always trying to tint yourself, to put a mask on, to pretend you're someone else, you're losing yourself, you're losing your core, your soul. What is the rest? What is the physical plane of our body? It doesn't matter. Unless it's unhealthy, then bring it back to a healthy state. But it's not a subject for today's podcast. So remember, stop comparing and stop judging. And you can just realize and accept life as it is, other people as they are. And that will give you this beautiful freedom of finally being yourself and letting others be themselves. Because we don't know what others are going through, what you and the others don't know what you are going through. And this way you will find a perfect life. a perfect life that is free of judgment, that is completely accepting, and that has like space inside to go forward. Because when you're judging, you're still kind of storing everything inside. You're not letting it go. You cannot kind of open yourself to other perspectives and lives and connections. So be yourself, stop judging, stop comparing, and find the freedom that you really, really like, and that we all in life crave for. Thank you so much for today's podcast. I hope you liked it. If you want to create the life you really need without comparing and manifest what you really, really want, then in April and May here in Montreal, but it's mostly hybrid. A lot of classes are going to be online on Zoom. I'm gonna make a workshop called Manifest Your Life. If you want to know more about it, soon I'm gonna post it here on YouTube and other social media, but write me a comment and I will send you my landing page so you can get more info about it and how it all is gonna look like. And for today, that's all. Thank you so much. Remember to let go of all comparing, judging, and find freedom that you really need. And see you again on my little podcast or yoga class. Bye bye.